Uh, there you go. You're getting into
it's
it now.
almost done. Bummer. We put it in too late.
I know.
I noticed it late. She posted it a while ago. My bad. Okay. Oh, I remember this play. This guy, I have him on friends list because he placed really high in the last 80 tournament. I think I don't know if he won or he got top 4 for sure. So the Radiant team should be really fucking good.
I am already seeing Sticky Napalm with Sandstorm Flame Guard.
That looks pretty good, all right. Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Epicenter.
And then Dusa has Split Shot and Grievel's Greed, which is insane.
Yeah.
So he's going to farm insanely fast. Wraith King has Wraith King abilities. I think Vamp Spirit is great to get, even on like a support type route, because he's going to have all the talents. He can make the Skellies pretty good. Spectre is Burrow. Fiend's Grip is generic good ultimate. Sets you up kills. That's an Ags upgrade. It's a really good thing to grab.
I mean, Spectre's a bad base model too, I think, so that's pretty good to just sort of build a supporty on it.
True.
Although, I don't know what the Caustic idea is.
It's good laney ability. Maybe he just grabbed it on the way back or something. I don't know.
Maybe he goes Ags eventually with Burrow Strike.
I'm surprised Retaliate made it this far because it kind of like solidifies. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. He'll double Ags. I feel like Retaliate kind of like solidifies your lanes. This is Shredder's team. We watched them. This is the first match of the day that we watched. But yeah, it seems like all the abilities on the Radiant side all the builds seem pretty fucking sick to me. I mean, Reincarnate, Brain Sap. He's going to have one shard. Unstable Searing Chains looks good. Right side Slight with Mortal Strike seems okay. He'll crit on one guy. That's really good. And Refraction. That build's actually pretty sick on the Centaur. So if he refracts and has Mortal Strike ready and Slights, the first guy he hits takes insane damage. So that build's sick. Meld Strike with Side Blades on Snap will turn Snap into a core, and he's got Mana Shield, so crazy regen on him. It's a pretty fucking crazy game. Somebody says 900 damage crit level 8 for the Centaur's build. So that sounds pretty fucking good. And that's on a 6-second cooldown, I believe, right?
Okay.
Because it's whenever crit is off cooldown and Sleight of Fist is off cooldown. Slap like a corrosive whatever on that, maybe get a Deso. It's going to be insane too.
I also think that Centaur is one of the better base models that you can get to. He's got like pretty decent, I mean, crazy stacking, obviously, good base damage, and then he also has like Haunt for mobility.
The only downside is his armor is garbage right now. They gave him a lot more regen and no armor, so you do have to solve that armor problem a little bit. But yeah, he's going mid. He looks like he's going to go a standard Ember-like build. Phase Boots, Bottle, Wand with Orb of Venom, which will surely become Orb of Corrosion, because that'll lower the armor when you hit. That's the team that paused.
Can you tell me real quickly the Alchemist build, what exactly is going on with this? Because this is something he's got a billion effects on it. The Mystic Snake and the Fire Remnant, both Ags and both Shard.
Okay. So it's not
the Mystic Snake one.
The Mystic Snake one. Let me see. Yeah, it's still the way it used to work. Stone Gaze must be drafted for the Shard to work. So the Shard is actually not going to work on Mystic Snake.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would. Yeah, because it had to be based on cold, or you needed both.
But the Ags would work with it.
No, yeah, you're right. The Shard will work, but the Ags will not work. Yeah, so the Ags won't work. So when you throw your snake, it's not going to turn them to stone because he doesn't have the stone ability. He doesn't have Medusa ulti.
Okay.
So Ags doesn't work, but Shard will. If he takes a spell, he'll shoot a snake back at a person. So he's going to go like probably a tank Radiance build, which is why he has Dispersion as well, which is nice. He'll basically be survivable, use Double Edge. He'll have double shards with the Double Edge and the snake, which is kind of cool. The downside is that his hero model is a little bit weak, but he's got high mobility with the Fire Remnant, which is kind of good. That'll do AoE damage. He'll still... I don't know if he's going to bother getting Ags early. I assume not, but he could definitely go some type of Radiance build, stay alive, be tanky kind of shit. That one looks possible.
That's the thing to me that's weird about it, right? Because you've got the Aghanims with Fire Remnant, which is amazing. Like, that's a really good Ags upgrade, I think, in general. The Shard is, like, pretty, I think, underrated for it. But then, like, the Shard also works with Mystic Snakes. That seems like a good buy.
And Double Edge.
And then the Shard works with Double Edge, but then it doesn't work with Dispersion.
Yes, because he doesn't have the dagger. So, yeah. It's still, I think the Shard is still way better. Much cheaper. He's going to be tanky from Dispersion. So if he has, like, Hood Dispersion, his Double Edge won't deal himself much damage. He'll just get tanky. Like, I think he just goes, like, Hood Shard, maybe Sange get tanky kind of thing.
Okay.
Basically, like the Centaur Shard build basically is more or less what he's going to be doing most likely, is my hunch. But yeah, the Centaur build mid is pretty sick. They're putting Dusa mid with split shot, so it's basically like Dusa without mana shield. So he'll be able to farm ultra fast, but Medusa's gonna be way squishier than normal. You guys got to remember that Medusa has, I think, one of the worst, or if not the worst, strength gains in the game, 1.5 per level. So she actually has no raw HP gain. You have to get it from items, and almost all that survivability comes from mana shield and usually Eye of Scotty. So Medusa is extremely killable, but she will farm fucking crazy fast. So if you don't put pressure on her when she starts hitting creeps, that is going to be a bad time. Any other
probably going to try and do a bunch of stacking, I would imagine, with Bane to see if they can build up the like hard camp and ancients for her.
Yeah, I don't know if Bane's attack range is quite long enough to make that work well, but we'll see.
Sorry.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I think that probably it's again one of those situations where it's going to come down to how they actually play in the game. But I do like the sort of builds that Radiant have, I think, a little bit more.
Yeah, I think I agree. Their builds looked really good. But the Dire builds are not bad either. Like, Psyblades turns any hero into a carry. And the fact that he already has 500 attack range means he's going to be like a sniper, basically. He's way more survivable on Snapfire. Like, his abilities, I would argue, are just straight up stronger than Dusa's.
Yeah.
And, like, lane-wise, it's without a doubt the case. Like, he's meld striking from 500 units away just to, like, give laning prowess. Like, that's really, really fantastic.
Yeah, that actually is true. I think that they might need to pull waves or something when it starts to get a little bit later. Like, Spectre's doing a good job of sort of spacing the lane well and pulling the equilibrium into her favor, but this could start to get pretty bad if they're not careful.
Yeah, it's a really big deal when you have a bad model like this, because he's 290 movement speed, Snapfire's more damage, faster, probably has much better strength gain, by like an extra strength. So if he's going to farm faster with Psyblades here in a moment, so... And he looks like he knows what he's doing too. So yeah, so far so good. Batrider's abilities are just excellent from a support standpoint. Hoof Stomp and Heavenly Grace to buff up either Snapfire, who's strength, or Shredder, who's playing Alchemist, also about HP and strength and stuff. So, and then he's got Purification too. It's like a better version of Omni, actually. It's straight up a better version of Omni, with the exception of maybe like sometimes Guardian Angel's amazing, obviously, but like between Mortimer's Kisses and Hoof Stomp, he just has way more utility. It feels like.
True. And immediately takes off the sticky napalm that's coming in too. Oh, that's super annoying. And they just kill him.
Nicely done.
Oh man, the Heavenly Grace is actually going to be so sick.
Yeah,
because,
it's so good.
Like, you're taking off, I think it's each individual stack of sticky napalm gives you the bonus too for the debuff, if I'm not mistaken.
If that's the case, that's crazy. My assumption would be per type of debuff, but I might be wrong.
So there was a period of time where it worked with Undying for each zombie that was on you. You would get a stack, and it was like the dumbest thing ever.
While they're hitting you?
A couple of Eastern European teams were just picking Omni against Undying every time, and they fixed that, I think. So it makes me think that they might have fixed the sticky napalm thing too.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Crit for 127 in the mid lane. Okay.
What's that?
I was just watching the crit in the mid lane with the Sleight of Fist. It only did like 127 right now, but it's just level 1 Mortal Strike, so he'll get there eventually.
He kind of wants to max all of his abilities, though, doesn't he?
On Centaur? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I assume... Like, maxing Refraction's almost better because it'll make you farm creeps quicker, because then you have, like, 6 extra damages. So you could use, like, Refraction Slight on creeps to kill them a little bit quicker. But in some ways, that's not really that needed. I think it's fine that he won't 1 Refraction, but I think I would prefer to level... I think he's going to max Slight and then Mortal Strike is my assumption. Because then he's more useful against heroes, but... Maybe it's weaker that way because he won't farm that fast, but... I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see.
I'm going to just watch bottom and see how it works with the Heavenly Grace thing. I'm just going to keep my eye on it. But we'll see if anything else happens on these other lanes. Does the Brain Sap Shard not work?
It should work, I think.
Because it says 0 and 0 on it.
It probably works. I imagine it's just a bug.
All right.
I mean, I hope it works. Otherwise,
in this mode?
No one's going to buy it in any mode ever.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a problem.
He just like got kind of close to the wave and he just fucking killed him, dude. That's a build right there. Yeah. Meld on ranged. Good fucking skill. It should be thought of like Inferno Blade. It's just so much better, especially from a core. So, yeah, I think Snapfire's build is pretty sick. Lane prowess plus good scaling.
And to be honest, though, I mean, it's not doing that terrible for the Spectre. Hermes is having a pretty good game, it looks like.
Yeah, he's
Like,
getting
in
less
terms
hits.
of less hits.
Yeah, and I suppose with Retaliate, he's going to scale really... Like, he's actually going to farm really fucking fast this game. Between Caustic and Retaliate. Walk up to Creep Wave, attack 2 creeps. It's going to blow up right away. And then he'll just get Ags. So Fiend's Grip plus Burrow Strike. His initiations are going to be monster, basically. He's just going to burrow from super far away and then instantly grip you with 3 illusions, so... But, again, they've got solutions. They've got Heavenly Grace, so they have some ways to protect against that.
Yeah.
Would Nightmare also work? I think Nightmare also works, huh? Because you'd become invulnerable, and thus the stun should, or the targeting of it would probably go away. So they might have 2 solutions, really. So I don't know. Maybe they can win here against the Radiant squad, even though their builds are really solid. They are some really sick builds on the Dire side too, and like all of their roles are fulfilled really well.
Yeah, I think in a way the fact that like one of the scarier ones for me in this game is gonna be the sticky napalm stuff. All right, so he's got 2 on him right now. Does he build up another? No. Like having Heavenly Grace is so freaking good against him.
Yeah, it is. But I think the problem is that the napalm builds like can be really cheesy and they can work, but I think they fall off usually pretty quick. Is the other issue with them? They just don't have quite as much longevity, and yeah, he just killed the Spectre for almost nothing. He's not even touch top. Has no mana missing. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be able to lane against the Snapfire anymore. It's pretty crazy that they have both like a monster mid build and a monster safe lane build. Now they might kill Bane as well. Yeah, he looks dead.
Dude, it's way too much damage out too quick. Chemical Rage, it's a problem too.
Oh, he might die here though.
Move.
He might have to TP.
He's walking away. The TP rotation though. Okay, this is the turnaround.
Okay, he dispelled. Yeah, it only gives you 1.
Yeah. Okay, so they fixed it. Still though, I mean, that rotation is all that you need, and suddenly this entire hero just feels like he's doing nothing, right? Like, what do you do if you don't have this combo of like Sandstorms, Flame Guard, and Sticky Napalm?
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, that's the issue with him being a support, kind of. His build is cool, but I think if he's a core, he feels more threatening. But him as a support feels mediocre to me because he doesn't have a disable. You just saw like the peak of his effectiveness, and it was a lot of damage, but he had mana shield, so it bought him enough time for his allies to get there.
I mean, I think he is supposed to be a core. He's just bottom of the cores in terms of it. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
It's going to be the same issue that they kind of run into in the last game where, like, I guess it's the Medusa that's going to be the real carry out of this.
Yeah, I guess it will be.
Heavenly Grace.
Ooh, good stuff.
Hit onto 3. Dude, they're all lined up for the freaking side blades.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, they didn't get the meld strike split at least, but holy shit.
Yeah. That was pretty devastating.
Yeah, that was nicely done. The Heavenly Grace comes out, then he does the cookie offensively on himself to land a good disable rather than worry about saving his ally. That was smart by Sand King, cooking the Bat Rider to get him in there. So, yeah, nicely done. And then I think they had the stomp afterwards too. A beautiful play.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
My god. Bane went from full HP to half HP from 150 mana Meld Strike.
And this was the Medusa stacks. They're going to take them. Oh, yeah, these are gone. No. That is so frustrating, I'm sure. And they can't do anything to stop this. Yeah, like, they literally can't do anything.
I mean, Medusa still has decent net worth, but it's getting out of control now that they're invading here.
Wow.
And how can they approach? Like, look at that. The Meld Strike lowers armor by 8. He does the Sleight of Fist afterwards with the Orb of Corrosion. Like, they can't even get close.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then the Sand King gets free farm top. They're balancing this so well. They like know that they're so defended that they can just crush top in the meantime. And them crushing top, because they're crushing so hard, Sand King now catches up on levels and gold. And they still have Shredder bottom on the Alchemist farming. He's got Hood finished. It's prepping for Radiance with Arcane Boots. Yeah, it's all just coming together so well.
Well, Radiant, they're gonna be struggling now. I think I'm trying to figure out like where the good move is that they can go for. I think that they need to Fiend script the Snapfire probably, but they're going to do it instead on the Sand King up top, which, you know, it's a kill at least. But I think those big cooldowns, like the big abilities that can sort of right the ship, they need to be on like those high priority targets.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one, but it just might be hard is the problem.
Yeah.
Sand King was definitely best positioned to just die, but even killing Snapfire is so hard. If he gets his ulti off and he pops Mana Shield, his EHP is insanely high.
No.
And they don't really have the best kill potential right now, it feels like. It's something they're kind of missing out of their build. Shredder now able to easily escape bottom using his Flame Remnant, Fire Remnant here.
Oh my god, just gets up stomped by a bat. Feels kind of bad. Does have 2 more remnants if they need to use it for the damage, and well, looks like they'll just take the scatter blast.
Dusa might be in trouble.
Kill.
She doesn't have her ulti.
She doesn't have anything. It's just mega dead.
Holy shit.
Mr. MMR is likely to fall here. Doesn't stand a chance. Just gets dropped, and yeah, all right. Wheels have fallen off. 1 to 11. 4K gold lead.
Lyrical, I'm sitting here thinking, like, how did we ever think that the Radiant builds were better? Because it just looks so obvious now. Like, I think we, like, really underestimated how much... I think Snapfire was the build we underestimated the most, for sure.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to be a good carry because Psyblades is so good at carrying, but Meld on a ranged hero, that's also a good carry model, is, like, broken.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good if you use it well. So they basically, like, mega stomp the top lane harder than I expected. They won the off lane, too, and the mid build is good. And Medusa's build is like doesn't have time to catch up. Medusa also went like 3 Spectral Dagger instead of Split Shot, which means that her jungling was going to be kind of delayed in usefulness. So that's been kind of hard too. That the game is like ramped up so much in the last 4 minutes, more than a normal game would. So like he just doesn't have the time to farm. It feels like.
Ooh, and the turn. Yeah, they don't have the time to farm, and I think that for me, I thought this Omni Knight's build was going to be able to do more, and you can see how strong it can be.
It's good
but
damage.
I think the Heavenly Grace has just been such an effective counter. I think that's what I underestimated, is how strong the turn potential is when you can just take all of the sticky stacks off.
Yeah,
and
that really hard.
Can't do anything.
I wonder if they should have lane swapped to avoid this.
Probably.
Might have been. I don't know if it would have been disruptive towards the overall match. I mean, he was planning to hit creeps bottom was the thing, right? So it's easier to like sit the support wherever the carry goes, I suppose. But
yeah.
It was definitely unfortunate that they didn't get any of that advantage from sticking napalm, because now it's really hurting them. And Dusa over here is like casting dagger to farm with a level 2 split shot, but it's going to take time for Greevel Screed. Like in some ways, Acid Spray Greevel Screed is just better. Like mid game onwards, this is insane to have Greevel split shot, but like right now, it's just worse than Acid Spray. You would have farmed faster with Acid Spray, which gets going like right away. He also maxed Greevel Screed. I think that was also probably a mistake.
Yeah.
Maybe he should have done like 2 Greevels, max split shot instead to get the damage up a little bit faster. What did I miss? What did he do?
He 2-shot the Wraith King. Yeah. That's about right with this DD.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
Hey, with the
I
Deso.
think the Snapfire model is just very good. I think I underrated how strong it is. And then you have it with Chemical Rage too.
I mean, it's S tier in ability arena, so it's got to be good. Range strength hero, very uncommon. Really solid
the other
stats.
Thing that I had forgotten about was that in ability arena, Chemical Rage got nerfed on ranged heroes because of how strong it was, and I forgot that that's not the case in ability draft.
Holy shit, you're right. Look at the BAT down to 1.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the thing that's so interesting, is like so many of my thoughts about ability and draft now are also coming from playing ability arena and my like feeling of how good these spells are. And I forgot like Chemical Rage. I was like, oh, it's a ranged here or something, but it doesn't have that nerf. It has the base level. Oh god. Yeah.
That was it.
Oh
my god.
No.
Where was he TPing to? That TP fell forever. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Somewhere it wasn't supposed to be.
So that was the slight mortal strike that we just saw, and it put him from full to 25%. Oh my god, the damage. So, and he is going a Battle Fury build actually on Centaur. That's the way he's going to farm.
Do you know what else is a problem here? is that like you can't even try and punish the Snapfire in the way that you would normally punish a TA, because the survivability is from Chemical Rage and Mana Shield. It's not from Refraction.
Yeah. And he's a strength hero instead of an agility hero. So with just
Yeah.
a Bracer Treads and a Ogrex, he's got 2,000 HP. Look at this. Just tanking tower.
Oh god. That's pretty devastating.
It's a hard game. This is like a really hard game for them to play. They bought Mech on Spectre here. Trying to aim for some team play here.
It can't do anything. Yeah, immediately just walks it off, even with Sticky Stack in the epicenter. It wasn't enough damage. Well, maybe we could catch another game in an early moments of the draft.
This one's not over. This one's not over yet. It's all right. It's 1-17 right now. Look, it's 1-17. But the difference is that the net worth is not bad, and that's because there's very good players on the Radiant side, so they have some coping mechanisms, right? If this was the previous game, it'd be like 22k gold advantage. Game's over, totally. But there is some net worth. It's not quite over yet. I promise. Like this,
Look
like
at this Medusa.
I mean, this is a big deal if the Dire team wins this. Last tournament, yes, because last tournament Radiant team got top 4, I believe. Maybe top 2. I don't remember. It was top 4 for sure. They went really far.
To come in and finish. They're not going to go that far this game.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Oh, look at the damage. He's killing him.
Oh, the sticky rundown.
He got him in Sandstorm finally. He fought to go for the kill. Oh, that feels bad.
Yeah. They get one. The problem is there are a lot of good bills. Another round of Sleight of Fists.
Can you mech at least?
Damage.
Okay.
Yeah. They have another Sleight with Mortal Strike, though. And if he gets it off, I think they die.
Oh, they crit on
Second
somebody
round,
else.
Maybe somebody else is going to die. Nope, Refraction. The turn. Okay, Sticky Stacks. Building up. You got to be careful about the Sticky.
See, Lyrical. It's not over yet. That was a big kill, though. You got 650 gold for the kill on the Snapfire, yeah. Once you run out of mana, you just die really fast. Interesting reaction. Or interaction.
Yeah. Cookie and the kill. They got to be careful about this now, though. They're starting to build up the stacks, and the burn is there. Remnant to get away. Oh, Nightmare. And then they could just turn onto them if they want. The cookie and the blast. Done.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, interesting builds so far, but it's just going to get a little harder. Radiance is going to be on the way now. So now they have more damage outside of the Snapfire and the They just have, like, their mid and their carry build are just so fucking nasty, dude. The Deso Snapfire plus the Slight Mortal Strike. Ugh. It's really good.
I think, though, that required so many things to go wrong for the Dire. The biggest one was that they were just sort of more they were, playing a little bit too far forward on the snap, as they will get another kill.
Did you see that kill, dude? Oh my god. No. He just walked into the jungle and he saw the Dusa, and he'd used Sleight of Fist. She went to 25%, used her Dusa ulti, ran into the trees to hide, and he just like slighted the trees and she just fucking died, dude. It was like so easy. Oh my god. It is 3-2-2 right now. That's funny. So funny. Peak humor.
Big stuff. Dude, I'm looking at some of the MMRs that actually... there's like a legend player on the Dire.
Really?
The Snap is a legend. Is this a Smurf that we got here?
I feel like that's got to be a Smurf or something.
Rank 78 account. All right, report him after the game, everybody.
There's no way Snap is a legend. No, there's no way. He's like playing on a Smurf or something.
Drea is a divine, so that's something. But
which one's Drea?
Centaur.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And Shredder's immortal. He used to be on Leviathan back in the day.
Oh, okay.
One of those squads.
Interesting. Well, I mean, maybe he is legend. He ran in and died solo. Might happen again here.
After he was 7-0-3, yeah. This time, now there's 5 heroes in the area. Oh, Shredder's running in.
Turn. The cookie's there. A good stun. Haunt out. MMR, he's starting to build up the damage. Yeah, you got to be careful. Look at him. They're the turn. Wait, put the BKB. The ultimate answer. You just pop BKB and he does nothing.
like they did the fight well, but then the haunt came and like the slight came and instantly like 2 heroes were dead, dude. And then you're right, like he pops BKB and he's like, okay, now your hero's useless. Now you just don't do anything on me. Holy shit, game changed so drastically. Maybe not super drastically, but that fight was like a very clear, like, okay, if they take like a normal fight together, the shit's over, is what it felt like. Wow.
Yeah, they need to be careful. Bad player might be in some trouble here again. Slight.
See what I mean? Like, it's so. Yeah, now the game looks done. It's not like done for sure, but it's looking done.
The Battle Fury on top of everything else, and going into the Aghanim Scepter. I mean, that's the thing too, right? Like each level gives so much more damage. Oh, jeez. Yeah, and the Scepter. So he has Shadow Step now too. Okay. All right.
Yep. Yeah, that one's gonna be good potentially. Wait, did you Shadow Step on the Centaur?
Yeah, he's building the Aghanim Scepter. It's coming out now.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't see it.
Yeah.
Shadow Step. Yeah, that'll be nice. So basically, his team just does whatever they want around the map. All of them are survivable, and he can always back them up, basically. The very nice thing about Haunt. If your base build is really good, Haunt is sick, because you're just always there. This could be a good catch, though.
Yeah, kill him off. Very nice, very nice.
Start.
And now an Aegis on is pretty scary. And was that I think a Moon Shard? Is that coming out for the Snapfire right now? No, it's just a Hyperstone. Okay.
I'm helping. I mean, it could be a Moon Shard. AC would be more synergistic, more minus armor, more survivability. He does need armor a little bit. Like, as long as he BKBs against the Omni, he's probably fine. There's not... It's really...
I mean, they don't have damage.
Yeah, there's no damage on the Radiant side. It's basically like Medusa's split shot, right? But even that is like... It's AoE, and he's got a Maelstrom, and it's going to take time for him to get farmed.
Right. Yeah, it's a problem.
I think Bad Player really did mess up his skill build this game. I think he got 3 points Spectral Dagger to lane mid, which I get. You kind of want an AoE, but he probably could have gone away with just like 2 Spectral Dagger, less Greevel Greed, more Split Shot. I think that really messed up his build a lot. But I don't know. In the same vein, he would have had no damage. It's hard to say. He need like damage items to like get into this. Maybe he need to like Mask of Manus or something to like really up his physical damage to increase to really begin the Greevel's Greed, but. This build's just not as like amazing right away as the dire side ones is the problem, and that's just yeah.
Oh my god! He places it so it doesn't hit any of the creeps. He ensures the crit onto him, and slice. Oh no, can't get him.
That's a good try. He jumped to the illusion a little fast, but I think if he waited longer, the illusion could have just died to the physical. Whatever. So
the one downside to this build is Centaur won't have the double slight charges. But
oh yeah, that's gonna be really tough.
Just one shot.
It's gonna be really tough.
Dude, he's one-shotting them. That's crazy.
Yeah, he really is. And then Spectre just hits building. Dusa smoke into the mid lane here. Like, please give me creeps.
Bottom tower is under attack.
It's all that she wants. Just a moment alone to farm. I mean, this is really the problem. It's such a bad model having Medusa. So rough.
Yeah, her right click's not that good. It's nice that, like, she's kind of just I would say she's a little bit weak as a carry if you don't have Mana Shield. Because with Mana Shield, she's alright, because her int gain is really good. But without Mana Shield, it's like she just has bad strength gain, okay agility gain. It's like, I feel like she functions better in ability draft because if she's a support with spellcasting, then that int gain actually feels good.
Yeah.
But it just feels like it's in a bad place right now. It's going to be really hard for them to hold this, I think, because they can just poke so easily with these, like, meld strike hits and the slight thing. Yeah, these illusions even crit. That's another cool thing about it.
Oh,
Here comes the pain.
Cookie.
Do they have vision? They don't have vision.
Doesn't look like it. And, well, they just, again, explode the poor old Wraith King. And, yeah, they're going to walk high ground now.
Look, this is not going to save the game, but they need Wraith Bands ASAP.
True.
It's like one of those cases. Like, this is what you got to do against Embers sometimes. You just got to buy... Oh, sorry, it's too early. It's only 23 minutes, Lyrical. Wraith Bands will not save you.
I mean, it's still probably the right option if we're going to be fair about it. Tries to kill him. couple rounds of slights ready. They just
Oh,
don't have the damage.
the combo!
That's a really big hit. MMR though, nope, they don't have it. They don't have enough. They kill off Sand King, but every move that they make, it's still not feeling like it's enough damage. Holy shnikes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Oh my
attack.
god, the 85 from Refraction plus the crit from Mortal Strike. Like, even just like Mortal Strike Refraction alone is pretty solid. But getting a bonus 150 damage on Sleight of Fist on top of that is bonkers. It looked like
too good.
it was like the glory fight, but it was just not even close still.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
Batrider
Yeah.
hasn't even skilled Purification. He's like, I don't need this shit. We're not dying.
I mean, Centaur has basically no stat items right now, and he has 3,000 HP. That's the other part, right? Like,
Yeah.
he can just go all damage because he has like some defense with refraction. He has a lot of HP just because he's Centaur. It's like everything.
Yeah, they definitely got better hero models on the dire side. I think that's true.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Oh my god, how much I step up and just instantly brought down to about a
Alright.
quarter HP.
One Rax, last Rax coming. Let's
So-
see if they can find a glory fight without Epicenter.
Radiant's top
Is it
tower
all
is
best of
under
one?
attack.
No, we have best of 3 semifinals and finals. So we added the best of 3 semifinals. I don't know if I even announced this yet, but I tweeted about it last night that I might add semifinals because last time we had like 120 teams. Now we have like 40 something. So I added a semifinals to elongate the day a little bit, so it isn't just over in like
Radiant's top
4 or 5 hours.
attack.
So there
Okay.
there is a semi. Once we get into semifinals, it's a best of 3, and my assumption is we are not there yet.
And it is single
can check the
elimination
bracket.
as well.
It is single elimination, yes.
Okay. Well, shout out to our Radiant team who have gotten ran down.
Let
It
me
looks like.
Let me check the schedule or check the bracket.
Okay, sounds
just
good.
just in case they have another chance.
Jeez,
We're only 3 rounds
GG.
in. They called it.
they called it.
It's-
Understandable.
It's too impossible. You can't play against this. There's a lot of Sleight of Fist builds like this that are just like unbeatable. You just can't beat them. It's like it's just way too good. They just you take way too much damage in the mid game. All right, I'm gonna check the bracket really quick here.
All right, let's see if we got any other games.
Yeah, we are definitely not at semifinals yet. Oh wait, this is Mildcard versus V Gaming.
Okay.
So this is right before semifinals. So this
Okay.
gets Mildcard into semifinals. So if V Gaming met him one later, they would have had a shot. So too bad for them. I think that still gives them. Does that give them top 8 still? Might give them top 8 still. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that would give them top 8. I believe so. They still get like $10 each. Woo! What an incredible. Can we
Oh,
just? Can we
snap.
just?
Really?
Sorry, what?
I didn't know top 8 got you $10.
That's right,
That's
dude.
awesome.
That's why you guys should have signed up. I mean, it's a pretty good chance to get money. Shredder sent me a DM. He said, I told him at the start that he was not ranked top tier, so that's why he doesn't have a buy. And now he said, Mouthcard is still not top tier. You fucking punks are never satisfied, are you? Hope you enjoy being bitter, because I definitely love being the greatest. Okay,
Yeah.
very good, very good.
It's an old meme, but it checks out. How old is that now? It's been a couple years at least.
Yeah, that was a long one.
That was when Sumail was still on EG.
Oh man, is it really that old?
I mean, that was the context, right?